Covering the Northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back, and now to our Generation Y report. Tonight we will hear from a young woman who was able to overcome tremendous adversity. In this report, she shares her story and what she is doing to ensure that no other student have to share the same experience. Italia Hall reports.
I was once bullied physically and verbally from having bad teeth.
Jada Strawn was once a victim of bullying, and it was a difficult situation for her to handle while trying to focus in school.
It put me down, it made my self-esteem decrease, and it made me feel like I couldn't cope with the other students.
Well, Jada took her pain and transformed it into something positive by creating an anti-bullying club for teens. The purpose of the club is to eradicate bullying within schools across the country. She says there are over 30 members and they take part in a number of activities.
We talk about our experiences as well, and we teach them how to fight bully situations, not really physically, but how to do it also mentally.
Jada says the organization recently conducted a survey and found out that 70% of students admitted that they are bullied. She's encouraging all of the bulliers to stop, because she says you can never be sure what circumstances someone may be facing. And as for the victims, she says you must stand up for yourself at all times.
Speak up, because people don't really know what's going on, but once you speak up, they will know. And I also encourage them to be themselves, and no matter what people say to them, continue and put all that behind them.
Jada also recently received an International Children's Peace Prize Award.
Having the Ministry of Education come to me personally and selecting me, it made me feel excited.
In other news, there is a call for more men to enter the education profession. And for one male already in the classroom, the profession is paying off. Tonight, Megan Shepard highlights this educator who is making a positive difference in the Southern District.
Valentino Munnings is the new Teacher of the Year for Lewis Yard Primary School. Principal Juanita Hanna says that Munnings is a dynamic professional that is committed to making a difference in the lives of the students.
He was selected among his peers, and he also had to have the criteria of being a teacher of over 10 years and all the qualifications necessary as a bachelor's degree. And so, he has a degree in computer studies actually, and so he also doubles as our computer teacher as well. And so we're excited for him, and he has proven to done an exemplary job in this field as well. And so we're so proud of Mr. Munnings, and we just want to salute him and say, congratulations to him, a job well done.
Munnings has been an educator for some 12 years. He says his inspiration comes from watching the growth and progress of the students thanks to his lessons.
It's an inspiration for me when I see kids who couldn't do something before can do it after I'm finished with a session with them, and it keeps me going, because when I see the look in their eyes and the success they can have, someone did it for me, so it's only fair that I return the favor.
Now the cry has been heard around the country for more male teachers. Munnings says he takes his career as an educator very seriously.
I see myself as a role model for the boys especially, but I try to teach versatility with the girls as well. But the boys, I've seen a positive change in them. From I came here, their attitudes have been much better, because I leave them alone by themselves. They'll go and practice. They'll come and ask me to help them with anything, and I try to make myself available for that.
Munnings has helped to implement various after-school programs at the school, which he says falls in line with the school's mandate to create well-rounded students.
The kids really outperform themselves, so we try to improve on that and build on their confidence to know that they can perform any task we give them. So it's been a joy to having to do that and show them how to become champions and be successful.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
A mother is making an impassioned appeal tonight to the Ministry of Education. She says her son, who is an honors student, is not being allowed to walk on graduation day due to a new policy from the Ministry of Education.
This is last, and from a 2.0 to a 3.5, come on, what more? What more? How, what more could you ask a child to do?
Mother Patricia Russell says she is heartbroken that her son, 16-year-old Ray J, went from a 2.0 GPA to a 3.50 cumulative average, yet he is not being allowed to walk on graduation day because he did not pass his math BJC. She has spoken with the principal at the high school, who wrote a letter to the Ministry of Education on behalf of Ray J and 5 other students who are in the same situation, but they have not yet received a positive response.
He took the pictures, the graduation class pictures. He was able to do the field trip. He was able to measure for his robe and everything, but it's just that he wasn't able to pay the graduation fee. Like she said, which was good. She didn't want to collect the funds from the parents, knowing how some parents will say, well, oh, you fight and say, well, oh, you collect from me, and knowing my child wasn't able to walk or what have you.
She says Ray J has made history in Central Andrews High as the first male to win a speech competition. He has represented the school in various capacities and just recently received the Government Achievement Award. Father Ray Russell believes that this is unfair. He, along with his wife, adds that their son took the math BJC 3 times and failed, but it's not because he hasn't tried. Sadly enough, they say he has even contemplated dropping out of school.
Well, that's heart-wrenching, because to know that he have already reached this far and not to, graduate with the other children, that's not a very good feeling.
Because he was to the point where when he got the news that he wasn't going to walk, he didn't want to do grade 12. And I had to encourage him, no, don't give up. He wanted to know, well, what is the privilege, what is the purpose of me finishing grade 12 if I'm not able to walk? So I had to tell him, my dear, give it your best shot.
As a family, they say that they have done all that they could possibly have done, including having Ray J tutored in math, but he just doesn't seem to get the subject.
I wanted him to be evaluated to see if there's a problem, because every time there's an exam, he would shut down, especially math. He would shut down. He knew, mind you, that his grades throughout the term is excellent, sometimes 95%, 80%.
Russell notes that even if the Ministry of Education allows honor students like Ray J to walk at graduation but withhold the diploma until they pass the BJC, that would be acceptable, as she argued that graduation day is something that all children look forward to. But she says if Ray J is denied attending his graduation ceremony, it also means that he will not have an opportunity to openly receive all the awards he worked hard for.
Revisit the system and see what we could do, not only for him, for all the children that are going through it now and the ones after, because, our children, the Bahamians, have a history of, they're afraid of math. And I listen to the news all the time, math, BJC, they barely scrape a C point and above. The majority of students, the greater percentage of our Bahamian students, is a D and under,
And of course, you're not saying that that's acceptable.
I'm not saying it's acceptable, right. No. I mean, I feel it's, we can do much better, but not all children are that fortunate or, inclined to, do good in math.
Now, while Ray J met all of the Ministry of Education's criterion for graduation, with the exception of passing the math BJC, ministry officials say that graduating students must have at least 4 BJCs, including math, English, science, and social science. And now it is time to ask the doctor.
This is Ask the Doctor. Welcome. MB from New Providence asked, I am extremely overweight, and in recent years, it has begun to really affect me. I've tried everything, and I can't get this weight off. How can I make a real change in 2017? MB, thank you for your honesty. Many people take the opportunity at the beginning of a new year to focus on becoming healthier. Obesity is a complex condition characterized by excessive body fat. The only way to successfully overcome obesity and achieve and maintain a healthy body weight is to make real changes in how we live our lives. While there may be many contributing factors, like family history, hormone imbalance, or rare medical conditions, most people gain weight as a result of some combination of unhealthy eating habits and a lack of sufficient physical activity. Making small changes and being consistent over time can make a big difference. Changes like visiting a doctor or a community clinic for an annual full physical exam, taking a half-an-hour walk at least 5 days a week, drinking more water throughout the day, and avoiding fast foods and sugary drinks like sodas can help you reduce your body weight over time. If you have other questions about weight loss and living healthy, please email askdrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ricardo Liborn has a check on sports when we come back.